All right, so there's orangutans swinging through the trees. Cool to see. Cool organism. I think they don't even really hardly ever need to go to the ground. Like they're very safe up in the trees because not many predators can get up there. So a lot of times they'll live huge portions of their life and like never go down to the ground, which is pretty cool. They can just swing on branches and jump and stuff like that. So evolution 2, using that as an example, it's not organisms trying to adapt. Those orangutans didn't like figure out that having strong hands would be good survival and then try to get them. In evolution, there's no strategy, there's no deciding on behalf of the species. They don't kind of get together and be like, man, we got to get some strong hands so we can swing from trees. They don't know what's going to be good for survival. The species doesn't decide what features are good for survival. Nature decides. Probability decides. Life and death decide. They didn't decide strong hands would be helpful. The ones that had strong hands survived, and the ones that didn't did not, more and more over time. Probability decides, not the species. There's no decision making. So that's 2 here. Evolution is not species trying, quote unquote, to adapt. Again, the orangutans didn't figure out that having strong hands would be good for survival and then try to get them. The species doesn't decide. Nature decides. Probability decides. Life and death decide. So go ahead and pause here. Fill in number 2 on your notes. Example number 2 of ways that species do not evolve. And then we'll get to 3. All right. So first thing, individual organisms don't evolve. 2, evolution is not organisms trying to adapt. The third misconception that's pretty common for people is this one. Evolution is not nature giving organisms what they need to survive. I think sometimes we think that. One possibility is we think like organisms decide what they need, and then we sometimes, 3, think that nature is this caring force that wants everything to survive, and it doesn't. So I'm going to end this video here and have you watch the next one here as an example before I explain not evolution number 3 a little further.